Hello, as a lot of you may know, it's Mental Health Awareness Week. So I wanted to share with you my mental health story. So yeah, I'll try and keep it short. Can't promise anything. But yeah, I have depression, and I suffer with anxiety and social anxiety. And I have OCD tendencies, so it's all fun. um, I think the worst one I struggle with would be the social anxiety, because that in itself is literally crippling. Um, because I find it really, really hard talking to people. I find it hard making friends. Um, it gets so bad sometimes, that I can't talk to anyone. And talking to strangers, people I don't know, I can't do that. That freaks me out. So like things like when getting a bus or a taxi, I can't speak to the bus driver or the taxi driver to let them know where where I want to go. I can't tell the bus driver, I want to get off the bus here. I can't do that. I can't talk to a cashier in a shop. I can't talk to a waitress or a waiter at a restaurant to let them know what food I want. Which is, it makes life very difficult, because if I don't have anyone with me that I trust, if I'm on my own, I would avoid these situations. So if I was on my own, I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't go and get the bus. So I'd stay in, because I wouldn't want to, put myself in that situation, because it causes me a lot of stress. And sometimes I literally feel physically sick, and it's like a panic that comes over me, and I'm sort of like, oh God, gotta get out of here now, as if like my life was in danger or something crazy like that, and so like, and friends and all, like, they'll invite me out, and if they invite me to a new place that I've never been to before, with new people that I've never met before, I will dodge that situation, or try to dodge it as best I can, because I get very awkward in social situations, and it starts to make me feel bad, and then I can't speak. It's like I lose the ability to speak. And then people are coming up to me saying hi, and trying to have conversations with me, and I just sit there kind of scared, and then they think I'm being mean to them, or they think that I'm being snobby to them, and I'm not. I'm truly not. I want to say hi, yeah, how are you, and I want to have a conversation with them, but my mental brain says, no, this ain't happening today. Let's just go home. You'll be safer and more comfortable at home. Let's go home now. And that's all I can keep thinking is, oh my God, I want to go home. Oh my God. And it's like there's a voice inside my head screaming at me, get out of here now, kind of thing. It's a difficult thing to explain. It's hard for me to explain how it feels, but it is, the best way to describe it is like, I feel like I'm in danger when I'm in a social situation, and I just feel like running away. So yeah, that's the worst thing that affects me. My depression, I'd say it's kind of mild. It's not like clinical depression like my partner has or anything. It's I have down days and up days. I have days where, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. I can't cope today. I can't, function. And I think a lot of the time my depression is triggered by my physical health as well, where I have the fibromyalgia, Marfan syndrome and osteoarthritis. So when they're acting up, that makes me feel depressed. And I just think, well, I'm useless. I can't do anything. I'm a useless person. I don't know why anyone wants me. I don't know why anyone would want to be near me. And then on days when I'm having good days, I tend to go a bit mad. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel great now. I want to go climb a mountain. I want to go jogging. I want to go, and I just have all these wild ideas because I'm in such a good mood and I feel so good that I want to go and do all this. And of course then I go and do stuff like that, and then that flares up my physical health, and then back to the depression again. So it's kind of like a cycle. It comes in waves and cycles. The OCD, I'd say it's not that bad. It's quite mild as well, but a lot of people think OCD is people that are clean freak. They have to be clean all the time. They don't like germs. Yes, that is part of it. There are many different forms of OCD. With me, it's I don't like coins. So change. I'm okay with note money, but coins, I don't like them. They freak me out. It sounds really strange, but like my partner, he fills his pockets with change and whatnot, and I can't do that. I can't have things in my pockets. That's another thing. My pockets, I can't put anything in my pocket. I don't like it. If I put things in my pocket, it freaks me out and sets off my OCD. So I always have to have a bag and put it in a bag. As well, I have, with my OCD, I have little rituals that I do around things. So like, I think everyone has this a little, like when you go and have a shower or a bath, you have a little ritual of how you dry yourself and how you get dressed. With me, it's like when I'm getting dressed, I'll put a certain item on first. I've got to do it in a certain order. And if I don't do it in that order, it freaks me out and it makes me feel literally physically uncomfortable in my clothes. So then I have to take them all off again and start the process again. So it's difficult to deal with, especially if my depression's acting up on the same day as well. Then I just end up breaking down and being like, no, today ain't happening. I'm going back to bed. So it can be difficult. So yeah, that's my mental health issues. I'm not going to go into all my OCD issues because there's quite a few of them. I try not to do them, but yeah. But anyway, I think my mental health issues, I have them because my mother had mental health issues as well, and she never got help or support for them. And I think the reason is because of the stigma around it and the stereotypes and the way people would look at her and the judgments and that. And I don't think she wanted people to judge her based on her mental health. And my mum had mental health right from when I was like a little kid, a little toddler. And I think what set hers off was when my dad died. He died when I was 1 year old, leaving my mum to bring up 2 disabled children on her own. And of course, losing a loved one would set off depression with anyone, really. So I think, and growing up with my mum's mental health and all the weird mental health things she used to do and whatnot, to me that was the norm growing up. I thought everyone was like that. I thought that's what everyone's life was like and it was normal. But then when my mum passed away from cancer when I was a teenager, I moved in with my grandparents, and you know, there was a lot that come to light, a lot of skeletons come out of the closet, and a lot of family secrets around my mum come out. And it's like, then I was kind of, well, why, you know, I saw that my childhood, my bad childhood, wasn't the norm. It wasn't normal. It shouldn't have happened. And I just thought, why did my mum do that to us? You know, why did that happen? Why did my mum do that? Then, of course, my mental health started coming around. And as I started growing up dealing with my own mental health, I started to see similarities between my behaviour and my mental health, and similarities to things my mum did and things my mum went through. And it was then that I kind of twigged, okay, my mum had mental health issues. Why didn't she not get help for that? You know, why did she not get support? If she had got support and the right help, maybe I wouldn't have mental health issues now. Maybe my sister wouldn't have mental health issues. Well, maybe all my siblings wouldn't have mental health issues, you know, because I have my older sister, she has mental health issues. She has depression, anxiety, and her anxiety affects her eating. I wouldn't say she's got an eating disorder, but certain things that happen when we were children has caused her to be anxious with food, if that makes sense. So certain foods, textures of foods, things that remind her of things that happened when we were children, it will put her off eating for a few weeks or for a few days, or it'll put her off certain foods. And you know, she finds it really difficult with eating. She's starting to get better with her eating at the moment, but she went through, there were times when she wouldn't eat anything but crisps, and then she went off crisps, and then she wouldn't eat anything but chips. Then it was she wouldn't eat anything but rice, because she was so anxious about food that, you know, and it wasn't the fact that she was anxious she was going to put weight on. It wasn't to do with that. It's really hard to explain. I guess she could explain it better, and maybe I could get her to come do a mental health video with me one day. But yeah, so back to the original story. I've digressed a little bit about my sister. But yeah, so I was thinking, if my mum had got the help and support she needed, maybe none of this mental health stuff would have happened to me, my sisters and my brother, you know. And I started looking into why she didn't get the help and support. Then I realised it was because my grandparents and my family, her family, didn't understand mental health. And it's not their fault really, you can't blame them for it, because they come from a day and age like the 50s or 40s or whatever, when mental health wasn't really talked about, it wasn't really heard of. Depression wasn't really heard of. There's that old saying, keep a stiff upper lip, or keep calm, carry on. And that's what it was like back in my nan and granddad's day. You know, you didn't talk about, you swept all that nonsense under the rug and keep up a good appearance for the neighbours and for the friends and whatnot. You know, it was a very taboo subject. And in that day and age, people that had serious mental health issues such as schizophrenia, bipolar manic depression, they were seen as insane and they were put in asylums. Nowadays, people like that are given treatments and are given medication, and they're given the right help and support nowadays for it. But still, there's that stigma nowadays where Mental health is a little bit of a taboo subject and no one really wants to talk about it, and you know, which I think is silly, because mental health does have a domino effect, especially in families. And if in my nan and granddad's day and age, if there was the right help and support then for mental health patients, if it was talked about, if there was no stigma around it, then maybe my mum would have been able to get the help and support she wanted. Maybe she would have known what she was going through. Maybe she would have been able to see the signs of depression. You know, maybe she could have got the help she needed. Then that would have made life better for me and my brother and sisters. Maybe we wouldn't have suffered with mental health. Maybe we could have seen the signs and got help before it got too bad, you know. So this is why we need to open up and talk about mental health, because we need to lift this stigma, we need to lift the stereotypes, we need to make it easier for the next generation to get the help. We need to make it easier for them to see the signs and for them to say, right, yeah, there's something not right, I'm not feeling myself, I need help. And you know, and we need to give them the support they need to go and get that help. We need to say there's no judgment, we need to stop judgment around it, you know. So open up and talk about your mental health, everyone. I issue a challenge now. Anyone with mental health, or anyone that knows anyone with mental health, like if you have a family member with mental health issues or a friend, open up, talk about it, let us know your story. Hashtag mental health awareness on Facebook and Twitter. You know, there's all information there and people sharing their stories there. Make your own video, post it on your social media. Tell people, open up about your mental health. That's the only way that awareness is going to spread. That's the only way that the stigma is going to be lifted, is if people open up and talk about their experiences. So that's my challenge to everyone. But thanks for watching this video. I'm hopefully going to do a few more mental health videos in the next few days. I'm hoping to get my partner John on camera to talk about his mental health issues. He has a few of them, so that would be cool if I can kidnap him and stick him in front of the camera. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and keep your eyes on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook channel if you're watching this video on there, on my Facebook page. Keep your eyes open, because in the next few days there'll be more videos. Maybe even today there'll be another video on there, I don't know. But keep your eyes open and feel free to share this video. Feel free to comment below with your mental health story if you want to. You know, feel free to post your own video. Thanks for watching. I am gonna go see if I can kidnap my partner now. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye bye.